One more thing that I want to quickly add before I end this video is that I think I survived and I am alive because my nutrition was on point since the last many years, because since I have been going to the gym since the last many years, and because I have been taking my multivitamins, my vitamin D, my vitamin C, and my green veggies, and all my micronutrients are on point as well. So my diet, my training, my activity, my lifestyle has been such that I was able to fight off this virus without dying or without really exhibiting any bad symptom or respiratory symptom. And believe it, I had asthma once. That was way back. But after I started going to the gym, after I fixed my diet, after everything was in place, my asthma was gone. Um, so, yeah, I guess my lifestyle really saved me. And if you need a reason why you should be working out, why you should start lifting, why you should start eating well, and you're not yet convinced that you should, let this be your lesson why. If there was someone else, or if I was my previous self who did not work out, who did not eat well from 2012, 2013, yeah, probably I'd be dead by now. But because I found squats, because I found fitter, and we created a community of this positivity where we support each other and inspire each other to grow, to be more fit and to be more healthy. I adopted the lifestyle and I'm thankful for it, and I'm thankful to even be alive today. Um, this was supposed to be the ending of my video, but I guess I'll put it right at the start, and now I'll tell you my journey of being COVID positive and how you should care for it if you have it, or if you're exhibiting symptoms, or if you're in close proximity with someone who you think has the symptoms. So watch this video. So I am COVID positive. Hey guys, how are you doing? So I wanted to make this video because I wanted to share my experience of having COVID, and also to tell you how you should take care of COVID if you have it, or if you know someone or are in close proximity with someone who you think has the symptoms of COVID. I'll start my story on the Monday, last Monday. That's when I got these first symptoms of COVID. That was a fever and some shivers that I was getting. So I feared the worst and I put myself in quarantine. I live with a mate in my apartment. So I told him the first thing that I did was I told him that I'm not feeling well. So I will be quarantining myself, and I also asked him to take care to sanitize everything before he uses it, and so that he's safe from me, and that also reduces the chances of spreading it to others. And it can spread even through the smallest of common contact, right? Not directly hand to hand or body to body contact, but if I touch this pen and someone else touches it as well, and if I have the virus on my hand, yes, then you can have it, which means that before going out, you must make sure that you have sanitized your hand, so that even if you come in contact with the virus in your body, if you are a carrier, you do not give it to others, right? That also means wearing a mask and not touching your face. For example, if I have COVID and I sanitize my hands and I still touch my face and then touch an object, then that again might be the reason of someone else getting the virus, right? While I was lucky to not really develop any harsh symptoms, I just got some fever, some shivers, and there was a little, mucus formation in my nasal tract. But most of all these days, I was mostly free of any uh, severe symptoms. I just had a little weakness, and I still have it, in fact. And the weakness can be expected even after the quarantine is done, after the virus is gone. So, I still have a little weakness, which means that I also stopped going to the gym on from Monday itself, so that I do not spread it to others. And anyway, the gym is very well sanitized, and it's very well maintained, but still you never know. So I made sure that I didn't go to the gym, and I made sure that I was keeping to myself in my room. Now, what worked as medicines for me? So any antipyretic would work. For example, paracetamol or ibuprofen or any other good pyretic antipyretic would work as to control your temperature if you have fever. Now, if you have cough, if you're asthmatic, for example, I was asthmatic once. So immediately, as soon as I started getting this fever, what I did was I started taking my Foracort. It might be here somewhere. Anyway, so it's an inhaler that I used to take, but I don't take anymore since I'm fine. But still, as a precaution, I started taking that. But I didn't really have any respiratory issue or anything. But as a precaution, you can start taking that. Uh, if you are asthmatic. If you're not, then there's nothing to worry. I was also drinking warm water a lot, tea, just to soothe myself. It doesn't really kill a virus as opposed to what you might have been hearing. But just to soothe myself, I was drinking ginger tea, lemon tea, and hot, warm water. I was also not feeling like cooking, so I made some quick noodles. But I was making sure that I was getting my protein intake right. So I was taking more than 3 scoops of whey protein per day, and I was not feeling like eating solid food a lot. So I was eating mostly lentils and rice and noodles mostly. So I was getting my 130 140 grams of protein every day. um, and I was eating mostly light food, and my protein requirements was mostly met with whey protein. So that's what I was doing, and apart from that I was drinking a lot of water, a lot of liquids. And in COVID you are suggested to drink a lot of liquid so that you are hydrated, and also to make sure that you have a protein rich diet, which I already had and I was just maintaining it. Apart from that, yes, I was feeling very weak. So every day, almost every day, I was taking ibuprofen, just to for the at least for the first 5 6 days, just to control my temperature and to make sure that I was feeling all right. All right, so that was the majority of it, and I did not really get any bad symptoms for long. So I did not have to really worry about going to the hospital or going to the emergency services. But if you do develop any symptoms where you are facing, a loss of breath or breathlessness, if you feel your asthma coming back and all that, then it is crucial that you should inform the medical services. And if you need any emergency services like the ventilator, for example, then make sure that you are put on it, because once you start developing respiratory issue in COVID, that can be a problem. But till that point, take care not to go in the cold and not to really develop any respiratory issue because of carelessness. Okay, so make sure that you are drinking your warm water, keeping yourself resting plenty. Don't exert yourself if you have are developing some kind of symptom, fever or cold or anything. Now, there are people who might have COVID who exhibit no symptoms at all. I still exhibited some symptoms. First 2 days of fever, then some weakness, some mucus formation, but apart from that, nothing. But some people might not develop any of it. So it may be possible that they also have COVID and they might be carriers of COVID, and they do not get any symptoms, hence they do not know that they are even positive. So if you suspect that you might have come in touch with anyone who is COVID positive, physical contact or anything, then get yourself tested. It's the only way to be sure. And the reason people have to minimize their contact with the outside world, even if they are feeling fine, is because of this very thing, that you can be asymptomatic. I don't know how I got this COVID. I absolutely don't know, because I was keeping to myself. I since last Sunday, Saturday, Sunday, I have not come in contact with anyone, even 30 feet in distance, because I have been keeping to myself. I was at home, and it's really strange to think that I got it, and I might have got it from a common contact surface, for example, door handle, you know. Um, so that might be possible, but apart from that, I can't think of any other place where I must have come in common contact. So it's very easy to get it. That's what I'm saying. It's very easy to get it, and consider yourself to have it, so that you take precaution not to give it to others. Even if you don't have it, think that you have it, you know, and maybe that way you can make sure that you sanitize your hands, you don't touch your face, and you don't have share any common contact objects. Uh, and even if you do, you sanitize yourself immediately after that. So if you do these things, wear your mask in public, and even at home, if you live with roommates, then talk amongst yourselves, you know, to make the environment safe, and keep everything sanitized, so that if your roommate comes out of their room, then they have a sanitizer right on the table, right at the door, and they sanitize their hand every time they get out and come in of the room. And after they sanitize, they do not touch their face, otherwise it makes no sense. So these kind of home understanding will make sure that even if someone does have it, they do not spread it. Okay, so that was my message. I'm feeling fine now. I just got a call today from the test center, and I have already uh, served my duration of quarantine. So in Canada, it is 10 days of quarantine. I have already served that duration. However, just to be safe, I'll be on in quarantine for the next 2-3 days more. But yeah, I'm feeling fine, and according to the law, according to the government, I am out of quarantine now. I can go out, and I don't have symptoms or the disease anymore. But I had it, and it was scary. It was scary to think of it. Uh, Not scary for me that I will die, no. Scary that I might give it to others. That's why I quarantined myself and make sure that I did not do it, right? So take care of yourself, guys. And I know that it's a very difficult scenario right now, where we are having to fight our own battles. But the test, it sucks. They insert something this long right up your nose. Okay, don't worry, it doesn't reach your brain, it goes behind. So it goes here, and they take the mucus from here behind, right? So the nostril that goes this way. So that sucks. That test itself sucks. So even if your reasons of, maybe, okay, I'm immune enough, I won't die, and I don't want to lose my mind over COVID, don't get COVID just because of this test sucks. Don't get COVID, don't get symptoms, but if you have symptoms, it makes sense to absolutely go there and get tested. Okay, it lasts only for like 5 seconds, 5 seconds of discomfort, and you know whether you have it or not, right? Okay guys, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in my next video soon. Bye bye, take care.